Today we will revise the chapter number 5, which is called What is my house made up of? On your left hand side you can see 4 pictures. Picture 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you look at picture 1, what do you see? You see the small houses which are made up of probably bricks and sloping roofs. What do we have in picture number 2? A house with a thatched roof and made up of grass and mud. Picture number 3, I can see that the house is made up of wood and logs, and so it's called a log house made up of wood. Picture number 4, I can see the skyscrapers, and skyscrapers are made up of steel and cement. So now kids, can you tell me how are our houses built in India in cities? Yes, I think you guys know about it. We stay in houses called apartments or flats, and which are made up of bricks, cement and iron. Okay, now the next part of the lesson is the materials which are used for building these houses. Here in this para, we identify the different materials needed to build the houses. So, normally in olden times, mostly all the houses were built of wood, as it was easy to cut down the trees and get the wood. Now things have changed and many houses are built out of bricks and stones. Bricks and stones make the houses thick and strong, especially in cold areas where you need to protect yourself from strong cold winds. Do you know kids, in upper north of the world, the climate is very cold. It snows for around 5 to 6 months in a year, and so the houses there have to be, the walls of the houses have to be very thick. So the houses can protect the people from different cold winds. In big cities like Mumbai, New York, Tokyo, there are tall skyscrapers. Have you ever been on a skyscraper? You would be amazed that skyscrapers can be almost more than 100 floors tall. As these cities, if you can see, have big population. The population is so much that it's very difficult to build house for each and every person. So there is not enough space for individual houses. That's why we find skyscrapers in big cities like Mumbai, New York, Tokyo. And these houses are mainly built out of steel, concrete and glass, as steel is very strong and tall buildings are quite heavy. So, do you see in these pictures? The skyscrapers are being built by steel. The last one, the third picture, then you will find there are some houses which are built of bricks and few of them of wood. So, kids, I would like you to read this para at least 2 to 3 times and understand what kind of material is used to build different kinds of houses. Okay, let's go further. Now let's do the question answers of this text. How do people get wood for building houses? So, what answer do we have? People get wood from cutting down the trees for building houses. Next question. Why do some houses need thick walls? People who stay in cold places need houses made up of thick walls to protect themselves from strong cold winds. Okay. Question number 3. What are tall apartment block made from? Tall apartment blocks are made out of steel frame filled with concrete or glass. And why do you think we build these tall apartments with steel frame? Because they are quite strong. Steel is a strong metal. Next, why are tall apartment blocks built? They are mostly built in cities where there is no enough space for everyone to build the houses. That's why in cities, in big cities, we find tall apartments and many people can stay in one apartment building at a time. So kids, please write these question answers in your notebook twice. Let's read all about why do houses need roof. Why do houses need roofs? Mainly to keep people safe from the different kind of weather. Roofs are on top of the house so they can give shelter from rain, cold winds and the hot sun. Just imagine that your house without a roof. What will happen in the morning? It will be so hot because of the sun rays. And what will happen during the rainfall? Yeah, you're right. Your house will be all wet. It will rain inside your house. So now let's find out how are roofs different. In some countries where there is a lot of rain, roofs are built with slopes on them. So the rain goes down the slope and onto the ground. So in countries or in areas where there is a heavy rainfall, we cannot have flat roofs because the entire water will get accumulated on the roof. On purpose, they have the sloping roof so the water just flows down and it goes inside the ground. In hot sunny countries, people need roofs to provide shade during the day. Sometimes the roofs are flat so that people can enjoy sitting on them in the evenings when it is not too hot. Some people sleep on the roofs of their houses. In some areas, the climate is so nice at night that people prefer to sleep on the terrace. Don't we like to roam around on the terrace in the evenings? Yes, similarly, people also do sleep on the terrace during the winter season. So, all houses have roofs. Doesn't matter whether it's a sloping roof or the flat roof. Okay, now today we are also going to do little bit of grammar part. Let's learn the prefix for un or dis words. A prefix is a group of words which are added in the beginning of the words and they change their meaning. Normally, you will find the opposite words gets formed. Few examples of prefix words. And which are the two prefix words that we are going to learn today? Un or dis. So first, let's see the examples of un words. Able. What do you mean by able? Means can do. Unable. What do you mean by unable? Cannot do. Okay, so let's see how both the words able and unable are used in this sentence. Jim was able to tie the shoelace. Lucy was unable to do it. Okay, so it's almost like the opposite of able is unable. Similarly, happy, unhappy. Tina is a happy girl. Ben is always unhappy. So instead of saying not happy, we are using the word unhappy and we are adding the prefix un in front of the word happy. Similarly, let's see few more examples. Mumbai is a known place to us, while Delhi is an unknown place. So, known and unknown. We have added the prefix un in front of the word known. So, it has become unknown. Books are available in the market. They are unavailable at school. So, again the opposite of available is unavailable and we have added the prefix un. Rima always folds her clothes neatly, but her mischievous brother unfolds them immediately. Right? Do you also have a small brother or sister in your house who troubles you a little? Okay, so folds and unfolds. John loves nicely wrapped gifts, so he can unwrap them later. So, wrap and unwrap. So, kids, what have we learned now? The prefix for the word, and the prefix is un, un. Let's see the next prefix, dis. Few examples of dis words. Seema likes pizza, but dislikes leafy vegetables. We all do. So, like and dislike. Here we have used the prefix dis, dis. Teacher agrees with the student's ideas, but his parents disagrees. So, teacher agrees and parent disagrees, agrees, disagrees. Some people obey the traffic rules, but others disobey. So, for obey, we have used disobey, the opposite, by adding the prefix dis. Few kids were able to cross the river, but others were disabled to cross it. The upper class of the train was a comfort, but the lower class was a discomfort. Comfort, discomfort. The private offices are very organized, but few public places are very disorganized. Organized and disorganized. Okay, kids? So, we have seen few examples of the word dis, the prefix dis. Let's go ahead. Thank you, and we'll come back on Friday. Bye.